Hi everybody, my name is Seamus Corry. I'm delighted to be here with uniquely you this afternoon to, I suppose, just introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about myself in terms of who I am. I am Séamus Corry. I am a father, grandfather, wellbeing consultant, mental health trained practitioner. I've not always been that way, and I've not always had those various titles. And I suppose I want to kind of share with you my own reasons for putting together, hopefully, a little workshop that will help you to understand a little bit about you, who you are, what you are, what do you want, and what you want to get out of life. I'm not going to share my full story with you because I've only got 9 minutes on this video, and it's far too long to share in a 9-minute video. Hopefully some stage in the future it might be followed up with a little book, but we keep our fingers crossed on that one. Suffice it to say that from, I suppose, I want to share a date with you. On the 4th of September 1987, I entered the Roman Catholic Church to train and study for priesthood. That was exactly 38 years today. So for the greater part of my life, well, for the first part of my life, my whole life was mapped out for me. It was chosen for me that I should be a priest. I accepted it, I understood it, or so I thought. This was going to be life. This was going to be my vocation. Within 15 or 16 months after qualifying and being ordained a Roman Catholic priest, I discovered that maybe the career I had chosen wasn't the right one for me. With that new insight and with that new level of what I describe as first awareness, I got some help and support and some counselling to understand what was happening in the thoughts and feelings I was having with regard to where I was at that time. I suppose with hindsight and with direction and with support, I discovered that I was really on the wrong path and needed to choose a new path. In order to do that, I needed to leave the priesthood. That started a whole series of events which I can only lead to and understand now as my journey of self-enlightenment. Along the way, there's been tough times, there's been difficult times, there's been dark times. There's been times when I felt I had everything, and there have also been times when I have felt I have lost a considerable amount. As I said before, and as I share my own personal story with you, what I recognise in terms of where I currently sit, I recognise that I am the key to my own success. I am the keystone to my own personal success. Why? Because fundamentally, I've asked myself 4 questions during the latter part of my life. And I asked those questions shortly after I left the Roman Catholic priesthood. These questions are: who am I? Who am I really? Who am I to myself? Who am I to others? What makes me the individual that I am? What makes me tick? I need to understand who I am. My likes, my dislikes, my boundaries, my tastes, my smells, what's good for me, what music do I like? I didn't know any of that. I didn't even know what my favourite colour was. I now know my favourite colour is blue. I now know I don't like rhubarb. But I now know that I am an individual who possesses great skills and abilities to be able to help others. And I have been blessed and grateful to be able to do that in my life over the past 25 or 26 years since I've been here in the UK. I suppose the second question after that I've asked myself, and I ask myself constantly, is what do I want? What do I want? What do I want to do with my life? How do I want to work? How do I want to live? How do I want to move? I make sure, I suppose, my mission and vision and values are aligned to that of what I can only describe as my higher purpose, my higher goal. And for me, that's supporting and helping and encouraging people to be the best they can be, either as a trainer, facilitator, mentor, supporter, or as I like to describe myself, a pastoral mentor. Using support, guidance, love, empathy, and just a gentle arm, helping and supporting people to be the best they can be is part of who I am right now. Thirdly, I suppose, how am I going to achieve what I want? And I suppose, again, this is for me about aligning my mission and vision, aligning my goals and aspirations to what it is I want to do with my life and how it is I want to achieve my life. And this has been the mission and vision of my own life for the past 26 years. And hopefully, once you join us on the workshop and join me on the workshop, we'll together go on a journey of exploration in terms of these particular ideas and thoughts and aspirations. And finally, how am I going to achieve it? It'll take work. It'll take effort. It'll take planning. It'll take resilience. It'll take support. It'll take guidance. It'll take advice. It'll take reading. It'll take research. It will take a substantial amount of work to be what you want to be. It's not going to come easy, and it hasn't come easy for me. But I absolutely, honestly say to you that if you're willing to answer those three questions, who am I? What am I? And what do I want? The answer to how am I going to achieve it is going to become crystal clear. So in essence, it's a pleasure to speak to you this afternoon. It's a pleasure to introduce myself. And yes, I had been a little bit nervous about coming on here and sharing some of my own personal story. And those that uniquely you will tell you, I have a much bigger and wider story to tell for another day. Maybe in a 9-volume epic Magnus piece of work. I don't know. We will discuss that at a later date. But it will be my pleasure to support you, help you, guide you, and encourage you to be the best that you can possibly be. You are unique. You are uniquely you. And I'm delighted to be part of your journey.